corta edad es la que me distingue. Pa' quien no sepa quién soy, ahorita mismo voy a decirles que no cualquiera soy, soy de mero Guanajuato. No es dejado este vato y si la quiere.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I should actually welcome myself back to the channel because I went MIA for about 2 years, but yep, it's that time again, man. We got to get ready for West Virginia. So I got to get the side-by-side ready. And if I remember right, the last video that I uploaded was me getting ready for West Virginia, and that was it. But that's what we're going to be doing today. Getting the side-by-side ready. Actually, let me flip the camera around. I actually made some changes to it since then. Flatbed on it. I think the last video had the original bed. I think all I did was actually put a paint job on it, and that was it. But got a custom flatbed. Since then, got a CNC machine, made these custom steps, the little grill insert, one up here, custom bumper. But we're going to be doing some things today. I've already done some things. I've changed all the fluids in the front diff, rear, engine oil, filter, spark plugs, and actually replaced the rear control arms already, because I think 2 years ago I snapped that one, and luckily there was a custom shop up there that was able to weld it and sleeve it, and it held up for 2 years. And also the brake caliper, because I snapped the bleeder screw. The only thing I got left is the master cylinder, because again 2 years ago this thing went out on me. I had no brakes, so then last year I bought one, and I was trying to save some money and bought an aftermarket one, which was no good because it did the same thing. So now I got a factory one that we got to put in there. Not only that, I've also added these mud guards or mud flares, whatever, floodlights, and a light bar on top. So at the shop I got to do the master cylinder, and then I got to make some brackets to be able to mount, oh, this is the other side, be able to mount these, mount these to this bed, something like that. But yeah, that's what I gotta do. Whoop, get back in there. Oh, now we got a Garmin navigation system with the, I think it's the group ride command or group ride. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got to do on this video, is get this thing ready, and that's about it. But first I gotta run some errands, so let me go do that, and then we'll come back, hook up the trailer, and head to the shop. Oh, and that was where is that? And that's where it snapped, pretty much right at the joint. They welded it and put a little sleeve on it. I might keep these just in case I break another one, or break, well actually those have lifetime warranty, but if I break one up there, at least I'll have those to put on it and keep riding. But here we got the Mamalona, the daily, and actually we're gonna be doing some things to this one too. Alright guys, we are back. Let's get this trailer hooked up so we can get to the shop and do some work on the side-by-side. We're all locked and loaded. Alright guys, we're at the shop, so we're gonna pretty much put the side-by-side on jack stands, pop the wheels off, so just to make it easier on me, because once I change that master cylinder I'm gonna have to bleed all the brake system, and I got a vacuum pump to help me with that. So let's put it on some jack stands and get these wheels off. Alright, so here's the master cylinder that's going to go in it. And then brake fluid, which I hope I have enough. I think I have another one in the storage. But let's get to it. Alrighty guys, I had to pretty much relocate my jack stand so I can drop the control arm and get this out of the way so I can pull this out. I'm gonna try to be quick about it and swap those brake lines, and we should be good. Like I said, I swapped this one out. This was an aftermarket, and it worked good for the first couple of days, and then I just ended up losing power, or losing brakes. So hopefully that factory one doesn't do that to me. On there, we just gotta keep an eye on the level, make sure we don't run it dry. All right, so the system has been bled. All we got left now is to grease up the rear control arms, and I'm hoping I have enough, which I don't think so, but we'll see how much we can get out of it. Alright guys, so this thing has been bled and the rear control arms have been greased, so now we're going to put the wheels back on it, turn it around, and start fabbing up some brackets that'll hold the flares on there. That way it matches up to this. I got them on the front, and then we're pretty much done. If anything, I might order the other half of the doors just to keep the mud from slinging inside when we're up there. When I first bought this thing, I could care less about the mud, but man, I tell you, it gets freaking muddy in there. Se llena chingo. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna order them. I don't know how I'll get them in time to install them or not, but that'll be the last thing I do, and the last thing I do to this thing. But yeah, let's put the wheels back on it, turn it around, and start fabbing up some brackets for those flares. All right, so it's pretty much gonna go something like this. Now I gotta start marking some stuff out and either cut me a piece of plate. Alright, now for the mud flap or mud guard, whatever they're called. The only thing I can think of doing is actually grabbing one. Well, that's what I'm gonna do, because I got a bunch of scrap metal left over. But I pretty much put it on there, traced it out. And I'm gonna grab my plasma cutter and cut that out. And then just weld the bottom plate that I'll have to make holes for. So bolt onto here and then here. Alright, so before I tack it in, I'm probably gonna take the parts out and trace them out so I can cut another one. That way I don't tack it in. It's hard for me to duplicate it for the other side. But I kind of like how it's looking. There is a little gap difference right here, but I mean, I think the original bed kind of curved in. This one's straight back, which I really don't care because I'm gonna beat it up anyway. Like I said, I just want to keep the tire from slanging mud on the inside, so let me do that, take it apart, trace them out, and then that way I can cut them out, and we can just duplicate it and mount it on the other side. Alright, so we got both base plates bolted in on both sides. So now we can put up the plasma cutter and get the welder out and tack them in place. And I'm gonna make probably 2 gussets for each side. That way they don't bend on me, which they shouldn't because it's pretty thick metal. But yeah, let me put the plasma cutter up and then pull out the welder, and we'll tack these things in place. Alright, so I pretty much got them welded in. I'm gonna let them cool down and then spray them black and bolt them on there, and then it should pretty much be done with this. Like I said, except for the full doors, but like I said, I might order them. They might come in time, they might not. But yep, we're almost ready. Alright guys, that is pretty much it for this video. We got the side-by-side ready, pretty much mechanically, and added all the accessories that I'm going to add on to it for this trip. Unless I get the other half of the doors and they come in on time, then I'll add those on too. But I will be having some more things coming on for my channel. We got my boy Ruben's truck that we have to paint. I have the bed painted already, the whole front end's painted. He's doing a 6/4 front end swap on it. We got the cabin doors that we have left to do. So that'll be coming up this week, I think. I might record that one too. I'm not sure yet. And then we have a Trailblazer SS that belongs to another buddy that we have to paint. This one's body work's done on it. I just gotta paint it. And then we have my compadre's truck, 86 F-150, that's getting all paint too. Paint drop. This one's the one that I'm excited about. Oh, and an engine. And then while I'm working on his, I'm gonna pull mine out too and start doing work on that one. This one has a Crown Vic front end on it that I've added, and then I got to do a rear end. We're gonna do a 4-link on it. So those two will be on the channel for sure. Not only that, my daily, my F350, my 86 F350. I just bought a F450 straight axle, 2-wheel drive axle for it. And then I also just purchased the 2005 F250 with a 6.0 Power Stroke in it, which Ruben's going to be doing the engine work on. I will be ordering the front end swap kit. I think I'm going with the Blowing Diesel Designs kit, and then I'm doing a 4-inch lift on it. So that's probably going to be here once I get everything. I'll start recording that one. Hopefully I can get it done quick. I plan on, like I said, we're going to do the axle first, and then I'll have Ruben go through the motor, get it right, and then we'll do the engine swap. Alright, y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. Oh, and I will be recording the trip to West Virginia, man. It gets kind of crazy up there with the Primo, so y'all stay tuned for that one. But I'll see you on the next one.